Yeah, I was going to start this episode
Welcome back
off
to
with
another
something.
episode.
Well, yeah, since I forgot what I was going to say,
I'm gonna turn
I'll
over to
let...
Danny so he can start this episode.
Oh my god.
Oh man!
I'm the ladle.
If
in
you
this
say
pot,
another
baby.
word, I'm gonna kill myself. Stop!
Baby, I'm stirring.
Stop! What were you gonna say, Danny? I'm sorry.
Hey, Danny's back.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here, man. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Well, here's another episode you got, guys.
Yeah, rate and subscribe.
Thanks for tuning in.
I just played a demo today. We could start there. And it's a game Oscar brought up before, and we've talked about it here. There was a demo for Captain Blood, and if those that don't remember, this is a PS2 hack and slash God of War-esque style game where you're a pirate named Peter Blood. It's cool, man. Like the aesthetics, it's PS2 era with the chunky polygons on the models. When it's all high def and stuff, it looks like you're playing a mod on PC, right, for a PS2 game. And yeah, it's just traditional hack and slash, and the God of War aspect of it is you don't rotate the camera with the right stick, you dodge with the right stick. And when you do grab animations, it'll kill like basic grunts and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I miss playing like God of War 2, like with this kind of style. It's fun. You know, you get your light, your heavy, you got some combos. You have your Rage of the Gods, pretty much. It's just called Rage. You can either wait till it's fully charged to use it, or if you have some meter in there, you can just tap the Rage button to do like an AoE stomp. And I was like, okay, so at least there's some options with that. That's pretty cool. And then you have your pistol, since you're a pirate. You can just shoot that at any... And it says, make sure they're long-range enemies to use it. And I was thinking like, oh, maybe because like splash damage or something on you. But no, I've shot people right next to me and it was fine. And then you got like your item as a grenade that you can pick up and throw. My only gripe with the game is that the camera's a little too close. I kind of missed that God of War camera.
Yeah, where it's kind of like eagle view, like kind of top down.
Yeah, because your character fills the screen like a pretty good amount, like at least 60-70% of the screen.
Oh man, I can't believe they released a demo for it though. So how far did you get? Did you beat it?
The demo, yeah, it's not that long. I would, because it looks like it's level based. So I would say like just the first level, pretty much. You go through like 2 or 3 different areas. You kind of get a taste of overall of what the game's going to provide. Like there's armored enemies that you can either just keep attacking them and kill them, or you attack them and then they get the little prompt on their head so you can grab them and do an execution. There's 4 different executions. You have to buy the other 3 in the shop if you want them. Little QTE moments, and then you have like a Gatling gun with cannonballs, and you can use that to shoot the ships before like more enemies come to land. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's in the pause menu. There's no like little save point. It's all like auto saves to where you pause the game, you go to the shop, and then that's where you could buy like upgrades, more slots, get new combos or upgrade combos. To my surprise, the boss fight you do in this game, you don't do it as the main character. I guess his first mate, his name's like Wick or whatever, and he sneaks onto the boat where the boss is, and so you fight with him. Okay, wasn't expecting that, and he has his own unique gameplay, which is cool. He has like fisticuffs, so like his heavy attacks are it's literally just Steve in Tekken where he does like that juggling punch. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can pick up weapons that enemies drop, and then you can use them until they break, so that's kind of cool too. Yeah, definitely gonna grab this game up when it goes on sale.
There's something to be said about going back to previous, I don't want to say nostalgic because I feel like I use that word too much, but that kind of gameplay where it's just like something reminiscent from the past, where you feel like you know how to play, or you kind of feel the gist of it by just like playing around and moving around in it. How's the story so far in the demo, at least?
It's just kind of whatever. Like you're pirates, and then the enemies you were fighting were the Spaniards. So it's like during, I guess, like a specific time back in the day. I was just like kind of just skipping around with the cutscenes because I'm like, I just want to see how the game feels. I'll invest my time in the story whenever I actually play the full game. Because I tried this other game out today too, and I was like, okay, it says like it's a character action hack and slash. Like I'll try it out, but it's like super like Japanese mobile game aesthetic. where there's like so many prompts and stuff, and I was like, I don't really care about what's going on in the story. I just want to see how it plays. I'm like, oh, this doesn't play good at all. I don't care.
Was the screen is busy with text and stuff?
God, yeah, so much, and then like so many stuff, like, and like you're walking around the city, and like you have to find prompts, and then you get into waves where you attack like 1 or 2 enemies and stuff.
Was there a map? Like, are the prompts show up on the map, or are they just random?
They pop up on the map.
That shit would annoy me. Okay.
It was weird too, because that's the second character you play as is like on the bad side or whatever, and then you have like a demonic meter, and then you have like another meter with a social media aspect. It's like, oh no, people saw you fighting, you're trending, dude, you have to hide. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sure that's a cool idea, but this game does not need that. So it looks like this game, Captain Blood, 'cause I was looking it up just to see some stuff, it's loosely based on a 1922 novel of the same name.
The pirate one?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, set in the 17th century, involving the Spanish. Yeah.
Same characters.
Yeah. It draws from the novel's core adventure elements rather than from the movie that came out in 1935.
That might be something to look up. Might not be a good watch, but
maybe I'll read the book before I.
Yeah, the books.
Dang, 1922.
People were established authors back then. I mean, you have the Bible.
Yeah.
Was Moby Dick like back in the day?
Yeah.
No, it was? Yeah, buddy.
I mean, you have Tarzan, you have John Carter from Edgar Wright Burroughs. You have the Conan series. Yeah, one of my friends said, like, man, they could just write anything back in the day, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. I'm glad that there are some devs out there that do want to expand. Like, like we've talked about, like, indie games are finally coming out with like PS1 style games, and now we're getting some PS2 style games too, and it's like that's the best.
Man, we're old. Fuck.
Yeah.
PS2 graphics, dude. That's I think we become old enough to realize that that's also a throwback. Just if something looks like a PS2 game versus a PS1 game, or we can differentiate between the two now. Because like back in the day, I couldn't, but now the more it's mentioned and the more I think about it, yeah, like there's most definitely a difference between the two graphics wise.
Like just the way things were lit, the amount of polygons a character can have. Because yeah, like watching the cutscenes for this game, like they're all in engine. You get to see all that detail, all that ruggedness. Like the second character you play as like his first mate. Like at first I'm like, oh, he looks like a kid, and then you get a close up of his face. It's like, oh, that is not a kid. Also, that's funny too. Captain Blood, the main character you play as, his jawline, I'm like, man, that's got that Kratos jawline. It's just like protruding out. It's like it's the PS2 Chad chin.
The anger jawline.
Mm-hmm.
The rage jawline.
All right, Gerry, you beat it, right?
Yes, I beat it.
Man,
that's one word. Yeah, for sure. That was a hell of a game. Like 130 hours max.
Dang, you put 130 in already?
Yeah. Yeah, it was it was a, I'll admit sometimes it was a slog, especially when like you don't have some of the road built or like the monorails. So a lot of time was spent just building that out just so I can traverse quicker. Mm-hmm. And especially like in the mountains, I resorted back to using the zipline method because it was so slow just trudging through. Even before I got like the spike upgrade for the pickup loader, it made traveling uphill like it wasn't as bad as DS1, but it was still pretty bad. Like it slowed me down a lot.
Okay.
I haven't taken as many express orders just for that fact. I have ways to move around, but I just don't have like the fastest way to get from point A to point B with some of these orders, so I just tend to skip them. My post game is just me like trying to get 5 stars on everybody.
Yeah.
And also like doing like the side quests, like right now I think I am trying to fight the Lord of the Lake.
Yes.
So I'm trying to capture my first BT, because when I tried it the first time when I first got the capture grenades, I didn't do it right, I don't think. So this time it's making me capture one so I can go use it as bait.
Oh yeah.
Which I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I'm kind of scared for my life, but You know, because I got caught twice before actually, and I save scummed. I don't know why I had to, and I wasn't carrying anything important, but the fact that there was a giant ass hole in the middle of the map, I was like, I think I should like reload. Those fights are fun as hell though, especially when like sometimes I don't get like the weapons I want when it comes to the little helper Sams that just come out of the ground.
When they throw stuff at you.
They just throw me blood bags for some reason. I'm like, no, bitch, I need like a machine gun or something. I think I'm only missing one area to like reconnect to the chiral network, but I'm getting there. I'm sort of just 5-starring everybody so far that like I started in Australia with, and then I'm moving on. I already finished Mexico, so I'm just like, I don't know, putting a little bit of time here and there. Now that I completed it though, like I've been going back and forth, yeah. Like the fact that there's no main story to complete anymore makes it a lot easier just to like focus on just deliveries and I guess missions as well. These cutscenes, man, they are actually, some of them fucking had me dying. Like when we all had to jump together back into like Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Charlie and like everybody surrounding him, like just the face he made is fucking dude.
Yeah, there's some funny bits,
and
man.
the amount of like, it's not fourth wall, but I forget what the term is, but it's like when you look into the camera.
Yeah, it's like fourth wall, basically.
Yeah,
you're acknowledging the audience.
There, fucking God, man. Higgs was doing that.
Yeah.
And then at the very end with the fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 ass ending was just two shirtless men fighting on top of something.
Kept you waiting, huh?
He even said the fucking line. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Man, what a fucking fight though, dude. Just god damn, man.
Dude.
I had to not miss that prompt. I had to fucking do that prompt to completion. I'm like, oh, we're fucking doing this now. And then I just tap circle, and then I got like, what was it, 1,000 likes. I tried to catch everybody giving a thumbs up in a screenshot as much as I could. I missed a bunch, but I think I got what I needed.
Dude, how cool was the fucking guitar fight, and then they're playing the fucking BB theme on the guitar.
Oh my god, man.
It's so fucking hype, man.
It just matched with everything. It was perfect. Honestly, that was perfect. I would not mind. Look, I wouldn't mind if OD comes around and we have like a shirtless boss fight on top of like a building or something. Like he needs to keep that tradition going. It needs to be hype or Fizzant. I don't even care. Or the end of Mosquito would be fucking sweet. Yeah, this game for sure is like, it's like we said before. It's either you're in on Kojima games or you're out, and
yeah,
like you can totally see when like fallout of this game for sure. But not me. I stayed all the way in. I took everything as what it is. Even the shit I didn't understand, I'm like, all right, that's just Kojima. Whatever. I don't need to know why. I just need to know that. Like with Deborah Wilson putting her hands in the pod when there's nothing in there.
Yeah. So here's my thing with that, right? I've seen people get upset about that scene. Oh, like, no, BB's not in there. Like, Lou's not in there. What's going on or whatever. And then they get upset when when Sam gets the realization that Lou isn't in there. And then everyone's like, yeah, you dumbass. Like, this is bad writing. It's like, did you guys not pay attention to the fucking beginning of this game? Mm-hmm. Like Lou is not back into a BB from Sam's perspective. Like, after he heard that Lou died, he looked at the BB pod that's broken and he saw Lou's, baby BB form go into the pod, and that's why he carries it, because Lou is still with him like that, just like how Mama's baby was in the first game. Obviously, there's nothing going to be in the pod when, they put the camera in there or she puts her hands in there and stuff. I mean, I guess like the other scenes of like when Higgs puts his hands on the BB pod and like tries to like feel it for something, and it's like, oh, but he knows there's nothing in there. Why is he doing that kind of thing?
I don't know. I think that's just people crying. I attribute it all to fucking trauma and Sam just being like, he wants to see that Lou's still in there, but it's always been cracked and stuff, and you don't realize that until that moment. The mother, like, I don't know. Like, I attribute it also to Dooms and how I know fucking very little about it. where she just puts her hands inside and she feels the remnants, I guess, of a child, or feels the history.
Yeah, something like that.
And Higgs just being a fucking prick.
Just Higgs being Higgs. One cool thing that my friend brought up was when you do the portal to Australia, right? You go to that little area and then you walk through it and like the cutscene plays and like you're looking at a mirror and then Sam walks through and now you're in Australia. When you see Sam with the BB pod on his chest, the reflection shows it's cracked. So that's how you know, like, the level, the layer over this is that the intact BB pod is in Sam's mind. It's not what's actually happening. You know, it's subtext, and people just don't know subtext anymore, I guess.
No, they need to have it written out on their face. It's so stupid.
I was telling Oscar earlier when we were watching your stream of Silent Hill F. In my opinion, that game has Game of the Year potential if other games didn't come out, but it probably won't be in the conversation because apparently a lot of people don't understand the subtext in that game. And I think that's pretty funny that, like, as far as I know, like, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry, but like most Silent Hill games, like the whole point is like the subtext of stuff, of what you're seeing and what the narrative is.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how one gets like remastered with all that. Hopefully they I don't know, it could be just me, but there's a lot less nuance in one than there is two. Because two, it's pretty much like a giant mystery, like slowly getting revealed by the end of by like, I don't know, the videotape scene in Silent Hill 2 where like we all figure out just James like killed his wife and stuff. But like there's less of that kind of sort of stuff in one. It's just like Harry goes to try to find his daughter, but the cult took over his daughter because she's pretty much the chosen one and trying to bring about the god again. So it's you know, it's like less subtle, but yeah, I agree with you with that. Games nowadays, like stuff where you sort of have to think and read in between the lines of this of like what's happening in game. Probably won't be talked about enough because a lot of people don't like to think anymore when they play. They just like to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Or read fucking mountains of text, which is what I tried to avoid doing with the fucking stream today. There's so much. I'm like, all right, let me just figure out how to counter, and then boom, we're good.
Oh, and trust me, there's going to be a lot of reading in that game. So you saw the like post credit stuff, right, for DS2?
Yeah, that was freaking cool. Yeah, she took one of my pictures that I took from the photos, and I kind of wish it was a different one she took. Yeah.
Ah, damn. No, just reload the save, bro. Maybe it'll generate a different.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna want a 3, honestly.
This was my idea with me and my friends that we've been talking about. If DS3 happens, Kojima said he has ideas for 3, but he's probably not going to direct it. And it's like, okay, well, how about we get a different, like, just team in general to make it then? And it's like, and then we brought up Platinum Games, and it's like, okay, if Platinum Games would do it, I think it would make sense because you're not going to be playing Sam in 3. You're probably going to be playing as Tomorrow/Lou, since, you know, that post-credit scene is her in the Porter gear. You know, as we saw her in the cutscenes, I'm like, oh yeah, she's like an action character. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think like the way the game goes of you and Sam both discovering, oh wow, like Doom's people are popping up everywhere. They're all way more unique than they were the last time we've traveled across the country. So we were thinking like, oh yeah, what if there's like an outfit of porters that's like, this is Team Dooms or whatever. Right, like they all have unique Doom abilities, and then it's like, okay, well, with like Higgs being gone and stuff, there's like a power vacuum for like the terrorists and like the anti-human people or whatever. It's like, so what if they have their own like special unit of Dooms, and like that's the people you have to fight and stuff?
Man, Team Doom sounds so fucking cool though.
Can you imagine? It'd be so like you could go anywhere with it, man. Like
that'd be so crazy. Yeah. Speaking of Dooms, I haven't like fully found out with one of the daughters what her ability is. Like I found out the other one where like every 21 minutes her eyesight like becomes expanded like 5 times or something.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what the other one does yet. I haven't completed her stuff yet, so I haven't had a chance to go back to the mountains yet. So sooner or later, I'm still lore hunting, you know, trying to figure out who does what in this world, what the Lord of the Lake is, and I think I'm gonna look online to see what other side quests or side bosses there are. like post game, just so I can go hunting or whatever.
The ones I know for sure is the Lord of the Tar Lake, and there's the Ghost Hunter. He has his own side quest, and there's a boss fight at the end of that one.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to it yet because I've just been kind of like, the last time I played, I've just been wandering around, just grabbing deliveries and stuff, just trying to fill other spots. Have you done the Ghost Hunter stuff yet?
I got as far as doing the fucking weird ass, sick ass battle fucking on the floating
Hell yeah, dude.
on the floating track. That shit was so cool.
So
and then
fucking
they
cool.
they showed up again when I was trying to head back to Mexico.
Yeah. Now they just spawn in randomly now.
Bro, I was on a coffin and I didn't have shit with me, so I was like, I was shit out of luck. And then there was another one. I think it's in the Corpus somewhere. Like it was talking about like a floating monorail that it said like that there was on some nights you hear the monorail like going through even though it's not active, and then I guess you're not supposed to look at it. I don't know. Like it was very cryptic. I don't even know like what it was talking about. That's why I had my ears open like all the time just so I could. It's called the Ghost Monorail. So I have it open right here. Have you seen it? A monorail barreling through the night sky. This is the Soul Train. A vehicle of macabre liberation that purifies all souls still bound by lingering attachments to this world, transporting the dead to the other side. You must never listen to it. You must close your ears to the sound of the train screeching along the rails. And you must never look, but avert your gaze when it approaches through the darkness. Fail to heed these warnings, and your soul will be removed from your body and taken to the other side. Close your eyes and cover your ears and wait for the train to pass. Whatever you do, don't board the ghost monorail. Which is like, okay. And it's just a picture of like the monorail train with just one crate of cargo like in the front, kind of rolling through the mountain. I mean, through the moon. Like, you see an image of the moon, and in front of it is just a ghost monorail. Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
Have you? Fuck.
When I talked about the monorail, like whatever episode that was of the podcast, I was in photo mode doing something, and I zoomed in, and I was like, "Oh, what is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the monorail." Like, "Oh, cool. There's there's like the online person using it or whatever." But it was over the moon, so maybe that was the ghost thing, and I just saw it unintentionally.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's still stuff to find, man. It's good.
I kind of want to look it up now. Fuck.
Yeah, I haven't played in a while. I've just been doing other stuff. Like I don't have the itch to really go back because just the grind of getting everybody to level 5 is pretty tough. Like depending on like what kind of deliveries you have, it's like it's not even going to be worth doing because you're not getting enough star to fill or whatever. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna platinum it and stuff. It's just I'm gonna take my time.
I feel the same. I think I'm just gonna 5-star everybody and then see what else I need in order to actually get the plat. Like if there's not as much left, I'll might as well finish it because I'm pretty sure one of the last ones is gonna be to craft every single item because I haven't done that. I don't know what I need to craft yet. I don't know. There's not missing maybe like 11 trophies, so I'm pretty sure some of them it has to be like level up all of your stats, I guess.
There's not that many specific. Like I guess the only one that's like I did have to look it up was trading with a local porter. I was like, how do you even do this? There's no prompt, but it's as simple as you grab a package and you drop it in front of them and they'll pick it up and then you take one of theirs and then it's done.
Oh. How did you get the moon so fucking huge in that one shot?
That just happens sometimes. What was I doing? I was climbing up. I was on the mountaintops, and I was trying to get some packages, and then it was already nighttime, and then I looked, and I was like, holy shit, the moon is fucking huge. And then, like, there's one time I was just walking around, I think, East Fort Knott or whatever, and then the moon was just big. Yeah, like, I don't know what triggers it. It just happens. Just like how every now and then at nighttime, like the nebula stuff, you can see it in the sky. I haven't found anything lore-wise to explain that stuff.
Yes, chiral density.
Yeah, sure. That's
chiralium, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whatever Kojima wants to do, man. I don't
For
know.
real. Yeah, I mean, I'll see how long more I'll be playing because as of right now, it's still got me in its grip until like the last facility gets its 5 stars. I guess we'll see where I'm gonna go from there.
I know my friends are still very hopeful for a director's cut at some point. I think that'd be cool, but I just don't really know. Like, does it really need a director's cut? I don't know. Because director's cut for DS1, like, sure, we got like a little side thing about Fragile's mom and like that little grave area in the first half of the continent, and like that was cool. But everything else was just like we get the items from like the PC collab. There was like some certain upgrades and stuff that got added post, and then like graphic fidelity increase, but that was like really it. And I feel like there's just so much in the base game already. Like, I don't think we need to add something else for the story. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right on that. There's not really much else you can add on to it. And honestly, I don't think I even, unless I did and I didn't fucking realize it, but I don't even remember playing like the Shadow Moses thing from DS1. You know that Metal Gear fucking thing? I don't think I ever did that.
It is missable because you have to go back to the beginning area. You have to find something, and then Die Hardman talks to you and says like, "Oh, where did you find this area?" or whatever. And then you have to do a couple deliveries and stuff, and then you go inside, and that's where you do all that. But since it's like side content, it's like very missable. But yeah, man, how was that beginning stuff for Silent Hill F, man?
I still got a ways to go. I feel like, even though there wasn't too many crazy concepts in the beginning. There's just like a deathly fog. People die. So far the enemies I fought were pretty cool looking. Like there's a doll with a knife that moved around creepy. And then there was the guy with the choker who had like, I want to say maggots. Yeah, he had no face, and his face was like fucking caved in and shit. The monster design's pretty cool. The ambiance pretty much reminded me of like, at least in the little village, it reminded me of like the ambiance you get when you first walk into Silent Hill. It's just all foggy, and then the music track, not even for like the monsters, but like when you're just walking around exploring, just like like I wouldn't even call it music. It's just like a drone, like just a constant noise. I like that a lot. The puzzles, I'm glad I landed on just playing story-wise and not really bumping up difficulty. For some reason, it's hard, but then like the one before is story, and then the one after is Lost in the Fog, which is fucking for sure what I would have been if I chose that one. But the characters, I like the characters so far. Couldn't tell you her name because I forgot it, but I'm sure once I play it again, I'm gonna remember.
Yeah, Hinako.
Yeah, Hinako's pretty. I mean, I don't think I've seen a lot of her. I just know she has like an abusive dad and like a not uncaring, but like a passive. That's what I'm looking for. Like she has like a abusive dad and a passive mom so far, and her sister's not in the picture. I guess she looked up to out of everybody in the family. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get more on that later. It's gonna be that kind of game, I feel. And they all have like her, and then Shu have like the Japanese fighting spirit to like just fucking keep moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Hinako when she picked up the pipe again, like, and she's about to follow Shu to go look for her friend. Like I saw the fire in her eyes, and then Shu disappeared for a second, then came back in, and I'm like, oh man, she's ready to go. Especially when like her friend died, and she pretty much buried her in like her family's candy shop, and then there was like a enemy rush. I'm like, oh my god, yes. And then she just started beating the fuck out of the last one. Instead of like looking at it when it's down, she just didn't stop. I think that's what I'm missing. I'm missing more female representation as main characters in Silent Hill. Heather didn't give a fuck, dude. She shot, no questions asked. Fucking Harry can barely run, and James is, we know how James is.
Yeah.
But like Heather's my favorite, hands down, out of everybody. And Hinako might be up there. And not because of the fact that I found not one but two steel pipes. I think she's got some guts to her, and I can't wait to see more about it. Like I'm gonna try my damnedest to play it while I'm streaming only, just so that like to get me back into the streaming game. But I don't want to stop playing, which I guess is a good thing.
No, yeah, it's good, man. Like, so I'm not playing it. I might get it one day, but yeah, I've been watching Pat play it, and I was like, well, let me just, I'll check out like the first part of his stream and just, see how this game is, and then I just got hooked. I was like, oh no, I think this game's pretty solid. Like, yeah, Hinako's pretty cool, the whole world and stuff, like it's awesome. Like, and this is a Konami game, like, oh my god, yeah, look forward to it, man. There's a lot to unpack and a lot of good combat situations and a lot of character stuff. Like, it's good.
Trying to keep an open mind too. The Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3s of yesteryear are pretty much long gone. Silent Hill 2 remake is arguably a completely different game than it was back in the day. I think more because of the combat system that was implemented. So of course that's gonna follow through with like whatever other Silent Hill games are gonna come in. Like the perfect dodge and the counter ability are like a game changer. If we're gonna be real, I wouldn't expect the Hinako high schooler know how to counter doll attacking, among other things.
Yeah, the combat is way crazier.
Kind of
than I
wacky,
thought.
but it's pretty cool though. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. Yeah, there's strats and stuff to use your weapons and all that, so it's pretty cool.
The meme that was going around when people were talking about the combat for Silent Hill, it's basically a cyberpunk meme.
Oh yeah. Where like the perfect dodge is looks like the Sandevistan fucking activated.
Yeah, the Sandevistan
from Edge Runners. yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that ability is exclusive to Mexicans, though. So,
yeah, we could just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love seeing that shit. I don't know. From what I saw you play, it looked pretty good.
It felt good. It's definitely not tanky, if that's the word to use.
Mm-hmm.
Like tank control-y, which is pretty much every Silent Hill game, except for the remake, I guess. The only time it feels, I guess, kind of stiff is when you're dodging, but I think it's supposed to feel that way because you're basically expending some of your stamina at that moment. Like once you expend it, like all of your dodges, you're pretty much stuck not moving for a little bit. I just wish you can turn around quicker.
Yeah,
because sometimes you gotta dodge ahead or you gotta run away from things, and then they like to catch up to you, which you know how that goes when they catch up to you. I just love how there are pills just literally everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why all this red is coming up. Like there's an abundance of of drugs that people are just hallucinating a mist coming through. Bad joke. I'm sorry.
Who knows what happens in the Silent Hill fog? It stays in the fog. Maybe.
I want to play now, but that means I have to stream.
But hey, while we're talking about Silent Hill, Blooper Team started production on Silent Hill 1 Remake.
Arguably one of the best ones. Well, okay, top 3, 1, and 2. That's mine. Yeah, sorry.
That's the order.
Yeah, that's my order. Silent Hill 1 is gonna be crazy, dude, because well, it's the one that started it off, right? PS1. I think it came out alongside Resident Evil, if I'm not mistaken. It really started off the weird janky survival horror shtick. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna do. 2 remake was by them, right? So
yes,
it should be a good standard to set and to follow. I can't wait. That one I'm actually I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but I might watch somebody play it. Look, the fact that we're getting these already, it's hyping me up for the movie more and more, but turning me back on to these kind of games. Like I just started Silent Hill F, and it put me into the spooky zone of games where like I want to play these kind of games and be scared. Even more so when I'm like streaming it, because I know I'm not the only one watching, and which makes me less scared for some reason. I don't talk to myself if I'm not like streaming, except every once in a while I'll be like I'll shout one of those out, but that's it. But if there's people in the room, more than likely, or people watching me while I'm streaming, more than likely I'm gonna talk shit. So yeah, the whole honestly, this is just a step closer to having Silent Hill 3 remastered and remade, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
I hope when it comes to the remakes, I don't really think it's something that can be avoided, but obviously it makes it easier for them to reuse similar assets from the remake of 2. So maybe like certain environment models, or maybe like frames for the monsters and stuff like that. Like we'll see similar movements between other monsters.
Yeah, they're going to build everything from scratch, but yeah, they might share like animations and stuff.
I don't know. I would hope that everything is from like complete scratch, but I just think with all the time and energy that they put into the assets from 2, we're probably bound to see maybe 1 or 2 get moved over into there. Something similar.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like we were given an ETA, right? It's just they just started.
They just started production. They officially announced, yeah. So we got another about 5 years before it comes out.
I'm excited, man. We talked a little bit about it last week, but on like the whole topic of like playing scary games to feel scared, like
OD?
Knock, yeah, OD.
Yeah.
I mean, however you want to say it.
The subtext is not.
The subtext knock is for Kojima's section of OD.
You cut out, and it sounded like you said Kojima sex.
Oh, because he has like his Avengers of directors that are working on it. We know Jordan Peele is one of them, and what they explained at the Kojima event was that I don't know if it'll be episodic or what, but each director has their own section of the game, and how you're gonna know is based on the subtext of whatever the title is. I don't know, like the chapters names or episode names or whatever. I don't know. They make it sound like it's gonna be like an anthology or episodic or something. Like if there's going to be a clear line of like, oh yeah, here's the next director's work. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get a trailer at Game Awards or something next year. I just remembered. Here it is. This is what I was going to bring up at the start of the episode. I'm finally glad that there is now another way to consume part 1 and part 2 of The Last of Us. I can't get enough of this Naughty Dog classic, the thing that holds that company together, dude. I can't wait because the pre-orders are up for the scripts of part 1 and 2 together, and it's $69.99. Perfect. It's a AAA story. It needs AAA game prices. Am I right?
All I've ever asked for in life was just a hardback version of the scripts for The Last of Us 1 and 2. Essentially, my next goal in life, so that I may complete my collection for The Last of Us.
I left the Discord for a second. What happened?
You know what really grinds my gears about this script for Last of Us? Right? It's a book where you could read the script of Last of Us. Why not just a novel adaptation? Other games do that all the time. I'm still waiting for DS2 to get translated so I could read it. And then I look at the cover, and then I see it says written by Neil Drunkman. I was like, of course, he can't let anyone else adapt it. It has to be his name on the book, so that way when you read it, it's his story, dude.
Of course.
Yeah, and don't forget, Last of Us Day is coming up, guys, so...
Oh my god.
There is not enough I can consume, dude. There's never enough that I can consume.
For the 20th time, you too can re-experience the world of Last of Us.
They've made one game in 15 years, guys.
Jesus, man.
Well, okay, let's cleanse the palate. Enough about this script book. Let's talk about some other books. Just got announced, I think, today, as of this recording. I'm out of the loop, man. Like, I'm not caught up or anything, but I didn't know last year Zorro and Law got their light novels adapted. They announced chapter, but it's like volume 2s for both of their light novels, and they released the covers. I had to double check because I'm like, is this an AI cover, dude, for the shits and giggles? But no, it's official. The Zorro cover is like he's doing the Kagurabachi pose, and I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Is he really?
Yeah, now granted, Zorro's done poses like that before, but just the way it's drawn, it's like the first thing is like, oh yeah, that's Kagurabachi, of course.
I don't know. I mean, I can understand from the emotion that he's trying to express on his face, which is like barely anything. That is what gives me the Kagurabachi vibes, and like the way that he's just pulling out his sword just looks like normal Zorro compared to the other way that the dude is pulling it out because
he's not slouching.
No, it's the same. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because the other guy, he's just like, no, it's the same. Yeah, I take back what I said.
I hope they get translated in English. I don't know if the volume 1s are or not. I think just like the Ace ones, these are both prequels as well.
Same thing with Law?
Same thing with Law, yeah. He just looks like that on the cover. Which, I mean, yeah, his Punk Hazard fit goes crazy.
Is the light novel based off of him around the time he's in Punk Hazard?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Like, there is that gap in the time skip where he became a warlord, so I guess we could kind of get that. I'm curious for the Zorro one to see if we're going to see his fight with that Baroque Works guy that tried to recruit him. That'd be cool, because we did see it in the Netflix show, so it'd be kind of nice to get that like expanded a little more.
Was it Mr. 8? Mr. 7 or Mr. 8 you tried to recruit him?
It's like 7 or 8, yeah.
Mr. 7, yeah.
That's cool, man, that we're getting all this banded lore for One Piece, regardless if it's canon or not.
Yeah, man, I'm all in on the One Piece universe. No amount of One Piece is small enough. Anything I can get, dude. If the baby can do one episode of One Piece a day,
Yeah, I'll catch up at some
please
point.
tell me you guys know about what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Talking about the anime, right?
Yeah, there's a baby that's been watching one episode of One Piece a day. And at this point, I think that baby's almost caught up.
Right. That's not good.
Keep One Piece gape kept. That's right, Danny.
I'll just say real quick, there was an anime adaptation announced for next year for a manga called Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. And I only bring that up because I've read it. I'm not caught up, but I read it here and there, and it's a fine, decent slice of life rom-com, whatever. But it just proves again on this channel that we're ahead of the game, right, Gerry?
Oh yeah, we're ahead of the game, dude.
I definitely have some anime recommendations for you. I just finished a lot of the shows I was watching for the summer season. And they were some good ones, let me tell you. Finished Clavatis, so that first season ended. That was such a banger, dude. It's, like a real good fantasy manga, or a real good fantasy anime. I would recommend. It's pretty dark from what we talked about last time, but it definitely went in a good direction for the end of the first season. I know Dan to Dan is pretty popular, but it's kind of like a given. I know you guys haven't really checked it out. It's not really too important to you guys, but
Well, I know it's good, so I'm in no rush.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
I'm sure another adaptation that got announced was Kindergarten Wars, and every time I see it, I don't see anything negative. So I'm like, yeah, I'm sure this is a good one.
You watching little kids?
No, it's about the teachers that are like assassins, I think, and they're fighting each other during school.
Is it like Akiba Maid Wars?
I think
But
so.
with teachers? That sounds fucking cool, actually.
another show I would recommend, The Water Magician. That was a pretty good show for this season too. It's not the best. It is one of those oversaturated isekai animes. I just kind of liked it because at least the dub version, the main character, he's pretty snarky. He's not I guess my main thing I've seen about a lot of isekais is usually the main character is pretty shy or reluctant, learning so much about the world or whatever. This guy is just kind of on his own. He's just a hermit for the most part, so he just learned whatever he needed to learn, and then everything else that comes to him is just a bonus. So when he's he always just has this really optimistic attitude, but when he wants to, he can shit on you with a smile on his face, and it's really funny. Yeah. He has this back and forth with he's supposed to be a B class hero, so in terms of strength, this guy's he's a renowned hero. Everyone knows of him in his town, and he's pretty popular. So he's strong dude, right? But even compared to the main character, he's obviously got nothing, a drop in the bucket. And every now and again, he's just always picking on him, just questioning his character, or whenever he does something that's not so heroic, he's just oh, I always knew you were that kind of guy. I always knew you were a snake. And the whole time he's just got this optimistic attitude and tone and smile on his face. Yeah, some dubs I think for the new animes are pretty good. Like I've been saying the last couple of weeks, I've pretty much just been watching everything dubbed. Sub is cool, but I like it when my brain doesn't have to work overtime, just to kind of catch up with what I'm watching and read words at the same time. Gerry, don't know if you knew about this.
Yes.
You're a big fan of Tim Heidecker and Eric, what's his face?
Not as big as you, apparently. It's okay, I don't remember him either.
Tim and Eric, for those who were uninitiated, back in the days of yore, when Adult Swim was... Oh, come on. Adult Swim is always banging. Back then, Adult Swim had a lot of other shows. One of them was called Tim and Eric.
Awesome show. Great job.
Also, I liked Tom Goes to Mayor. That was probably
Tom Goes to the Mayor is pretty cool
the show
too,
that I
yeah.
preferred over the other one. So Tim and Eric are coming out with a horror movie.
Another comedian turned horror director? I think Kojima has enough of those already.
I don't know if it's going to be full-on horror or if it's just going to be comedic horror. And this is before anybody saw a Jordan Peele movie. But when you thought of Jordan Peele writing a scary movie, you thought it was going to have a joke or two in it. I don't think that we're going to be on the same caliber. We should be holding Tim and Eric to the same caliber as Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele wanted to write an entirely scary fucking movie, which I believe he did. This, I do believe, is going to be a horror comedy. I have to assume that much. Because most, if anything, that they've always done has just been comedy. I don't really think I've ever seen them do any sort of other projects or anything like that was more like dramatic or serious. Do you know anything like that, Jerry?
No, I'm just expecting very niche humor within the horror movie and very, I don't want to say low budget, but can't think of another word.
B tier?
Like, yeah, B, C tier maybe, because it's like coming from their original works, Tim and Eric, how it's basically looked like it's set up in like a news studio. It's just a green screen, maybe a skit here and there. And then Tom Goes to the Mayor was just like, yeah, it was animation, but barely. They had backgrounds for sure that were colored in, but the characters themselves seemed very bland. You know, like if you like that kind of humor, then it's for you, right? There's no shade thrown because like Adult Swim, they take on all kinds. I don't know how it's gonna be with the horror genre. You know, that's why when I saw Jordan Peele having his own horror movies like written and produced and all that, and like in the beginning before I even saw any, I'm like, that guy from Key and Peele, that dude. And I said, bitch, that guy? Okay. All right. Then you see his work and it's like, oh, okay, this guy actually has a fucking vision, right? So much so that fucking Kojima was like, hey, yo, bro, let's go make a game. Like, let's do it, right? So I'm not throwing anything out there, but I will say I'm not keeping up hopes. Like, I'm going to expect Tim and Eric, awesome movie, great scare. That's what I'm expecting. But it could be completely different, you know? Who knows? What's his name? Tim Robinson landed an A24 film, right? Was that a horror or is that a comedy? I don't know. Friendship, that's what it's called. Comedy actors, where they're sort of be almost like C tier comedy actors. That's where I put Tim and Eric. So if the fact that they're making a horror movie, I don't know how it's gonna be. I'm not sucking on any hopium or anything like that. I'll watch it, and then I'll listen to everybody else bitch and moan about how good it is or how bad it is. Being as how we're all from the Adult Swim era, is more than likely we're all gonna watch it.
I've only seen what's the movie called where they get the mall?
Were they what?
Where they own the mall? Tim and Eric?
Oh, I didn't see that movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like,
yeah, Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie.
You see what I mean, though? Like, if they make a movie, we're probably not going to watch it. But the fact that it's going to be a horror, like, outside of their realm, that doesn't have Tim and Eric in front of the title, unless it will, then in which case, I take back what I said. But, like, you see both of them together on a project, it's probably going to be very niche funny.
You know what it's going to be? It's a movie for video essay people to write.
Yeah.
They're going to watch the movie. You're not going to watch the movie, but you're going to watch their video of them talking about watching the movie. And it's going to be like an hour or two long. And you're going to watch all of it. And then you're like, yeah, I saw that movie. Guys, there was a manga announcement that I'm hyped for because it's going to be weird, but good. You know why? Because it's the mangaka, the one and only Oku, who did Gantz, Inuyashiki, and Gigant. And he's got a new series. All we know right now is it's just about 6 old guys hanging out. And that's all I need right now. The series is called Kanreki Hime. Yeah, it's coming out at the end of the year. So we're out of here, guys. Thanks for listening. The last thing I'll bring up that I think I actually will watch. It's on Hulu. Glenn Powell's new show, Chad Powers. Have you guys seen anything for this?
Sounds familiar. Probably not.
He's like a former college quarterback that ends up blowing his career. And now he's trying to come back. And he's putting on a persona named Chad Powers. And he's joining this football team that's struggling. It just came out. I was like, oh, yeah, Glenn Powell. Yeah, he's the cool guy. So I'll check it out. I'm hyped. And then I started seeing on Twitter, it's like, here's the first look at Haley Welch in Chad Powers. And it's like, oh, who's Haley Welch? Hawk Tuah. So Hawk Tuah is alive and well, and she's in the show. And I'm like, that's awesome. I'm watching it now. But yeah, it looks like a goofy comedy because like he wears prosthetics and stuff to make him like give him like a weird nose and stuff to
Outsmart
call it?
youngins.
Yeah, that way they don't recognize who he is. Like, he's just, like, no background check. He's like, yeah, I'm Chad Powers. I play good. So that, guys, thanks for listening, and we're going to catch you on the next episode.
Tune in next week when we talk about Talk to a